And gentlemen, and welcome to Hopkinton High School for Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. Tom Nappy on the call, John Ritz on camera, and we are just about ready to get things started here at the turf fields. It's a beautiful day out there. Temperatures in the lower 70s, 74 degrees right now to be exact. There is a chance of a pop-up shower moving into the area, but we are hoping for nothing but sunshine. Norwood comes into today's game with a 1-2 record. The Hopkinton Hillers are 1-3 on the season. Norwood in their blue jerseys with white numbering. The Hillers in their white jerseys with the green and orange numbering. Standing in the center for Norwood, that's Jenna Nauman. Norwood led by head coach Mike Lodge. The Hillers led by head coach Caitlin Barry. It'll be 4 12.5-minute quarters for this girls matchup. That was Michaela Scanovan in the center for the Hillers, and we are underway. Hopkinton trying to attack first. Tiffany McCulis with the ball. Over to Scanovan. Back to McCulis. Rushing in. She gives it over to Arena. Jamie Arena feeds it back. McCulis. She's looking for the shot. And we had a whistle prior to the shot, so that'll be waved off. So they'll reset. McCulis rushes in. Shot, and it's in. 1-0 Hillers. Tiffany McCulis with 11:49 left in the first quarter. So about 45 seconds or so in, McCulis is able to put the Hillers on top. Scanovan up against Nauman in the center. Picked up by Dacey. Feeds it over to Catherine Dacey. You got Emma and Catherine Dacey both out there. Here comes the Hillers once again. Rushing in. Shot, and it's in. Jamie Arena makes it 2-0. It was just 23 seconds after the first goal, 11:26 left. And the Hillers lead it 2-0. Now with it is McCulis. Hillers with a good attack so far this afternoon. Closing in. Shot, and it's deflected and picked up by the goaltender. That was Lily York on the attempt. Good stop by Charlotte McDonald, the keeper for Norwood. Hillers get it back along the far side. Fed over from McCulis, and Dacey lost it. Catherine Dacey trying to get to it, is able to pick it up. York, or excuse me, that's Arena with possession. Back to Dacey. Feeds it behind the net to Lily York. York's going to close in and take it back out. York working her way up towards the doorstep. There's a shot, and it's in. 3-0 Hillers. That score comes with 10:08 left to go. Hillers on top, 3-0. Jenna Nauman and Michaela Scanovan in the center. Scanovan has got the better of the face-off so far. Loose ball, and it'll go Norwood's way. Here goes Norman up the far side. Nauman swings it around. It's over to Forrest. Steves with it. Allie Steves trying to figure out where to go. She'll take it out. Ooh, big contact there. That'll draw a whistle. Steves and Sarah Bernardo getting tied up. In net for the Hillers, you got Juliana Lucas. And she's done some great community work and has been featured on some HCAM news segments. Closing in, and a good stop there by Lucas. Scanovan working up the far side. And now it is Dacey. Emma Dacey feeds it up to her sister Catherine Dacey. Now it's back to Scanovan. Now Worrell with it. Eliza Worrell, recently hopping into the game. Over to McCulis. They're going to swing it around. Arena gets it behind the net to her. It's Sinead Her. And now looking for a shot here. And it's deflected and picked up by Scanovan. Did get a whistle with the contact, so we'll reset, and Scanovan will get an opportunity to rush in here. Here she goes. Shot. Deflected. Pretty good stop there by Charlotte McDonald. Knocked out of the net of Burnett. Loose ball. It'll go Norwood's way. Of course, in girls lacrosse, you won't see as much contact as you would in the boys' game. Lodge lost it along the far side, went out of play. Hiller's ball. Trying to close in his that was Arena, and now a shot here by Scanovan, deflected, and Norwood has it. Trying to rush up is Steves, and she draws a little contact. And that's going to be a penalty right there. Or a warning at least for Arena, who got the net in there well after the whistle blew. Norwood with possession. Coming down is Samantha Reen. Reen rushing up the field. We'll have a reset here. Reen feeds it over to the far side to Nauman. They're going to bring it around the net. Up behind the net, that's Steves. Feeds it out in front. Ooh, and a good look there for Forrest, but she could not get the net on the ball. It's going to go Hiller's way. Just under 6 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Hiller's leading 3-0. Iannelli with possession. Feeds it up. Over to Worrell. Worrell launches it towards Stacy. It's picked up by Scanovan. McEulis. Now Arena. And just past the reach of Worrell, out of play it goes. It will be Norwood's ball. Lodge trying to work up the field. Olivia Lodge feeds it up, and it's picked up by Jess Iannelli. Trying to get the scoop on it is Worrell. Worrell going to swing it around. Goes over to McEulis. Now Dacey. Back around the net they go. Her trying to get it over to Dacey. Catherine Dacey picks it up. And she'll swing it around. Behind the net over to Worrell. Worrell sneaks it over to McEulis. Shot in. What a great setup by Worrell there, and a good score by Tiffany McEulis, her second goal of the day. That score comes with 4:01 left to go in the first quarter and puts the Hillers up 4-0. The sun is shining bright on that turf today. In the background, you might see the JV softball game in action as well. Hillers and Holliston. With it for Norwood, that's Davey. Feeds it over to Barry. Misfire there by Barry. We're going to have a reset. So Norwood will hang on to possession. Barry with it. Yeah, dropped there by Femme, trying to pick it up. Feeds it over. That's Davey with it. She'll bring it around. Davey trying to close in. She's just going to continue to move around and hope that somebody can get set up towards the doorstep. Out in front, shot, and a good score there. That was Olivia Naughton for Norwood's first goal of the game. The score comes with 2:13 left in the first, and it makes it a 4-1 game. Assist goes to Caroline Davey. That's Kara O'Connor and Jenna Nauman in the center. Naughton trying to pick it up. She's contested by McEuless, who stole it away, and then we had a contact stoppage. It'll remain Hiller's ball. Just under 2 minutes left to go now. Here in the first quarter. O'Connor rushing in. Feeds it over to Dacey. Hiller is looking to rebound from a loss Monday against Westwood. It's a 19-2 loss against a very good Westwood team. McEuless out in front. Good feed, but a block. It does remain Hiller's possession, and then swiping it in is Dacey. What a great feed by McEuless, and Dacey was blocked on the initial shot by the goalkeeper, Charlotte McDonald, but picked it right back up and scooped it in. A 5-1 Hiller's lead. Good reach there by McEuless. With it is Kara O'Connor. Over to Hayward. Coach Barry calling for to up the tempo. Keep it moving fast. McEuless feeds it over to Arena. Good ball distribution here by the Hillers. Trying to close in Dacey. Takes the shot, and that's in. Emma Dacey on a beauty. That's her second straight goal. The score comes with 35 seconds left. Hillers lead it 6-1. It's been a great first quarter for the Hillers so far. McEuless try to scoop it up. Loose ball now. Dacey trying to get to it, and she will. Here she comes up the far side. Feeds it back to McEuless. Dacey swings it over to O'Connor. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Behind the net, and now at the buzzer, a little too late there by Worrell. But in any case, after 1 quarter of play, it's the Hopkinton Hillers 6, Norwood 1. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. And welcome back to the turf fields at Hopkinton High School. We are ready for the second quarter of this girls varsity lacrosse matchup. Hillers leading Norwood 6-1. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. John Ritz on camera on an absolutely gorgeous Friday evening. It was a great start for the Hillers in that first quarter. Excellent ball distribution. And the Hillers really just took advantage of the majority of their possessions. 3 of the goals came within the first 2.5 minutes of the game. And then in the final 4 minutes of the first quarter, they scored 3 more. In the center, Michaela Scanovan for the Hillers, Margaret Curran for Norwood. Here comes Norwood. Curran rushing in. It's knocked out of her in net, but she's able to pick it up. Over to O'Neill. It's back to Mannering. We'll have a reset. Looks like the official might be counting players out there. Make sure there's not too many on the field. And there is too many on the field for Norwood. They had 12 players out there. So it'll be Hiller's ball. Dacey feeds it up. York over to her. Now Arena gets it back to McCulis. Dacey. York now. Arena. No need to rush here for the Hillers. Take your time. You get a comfortable lead. Wait for that good opportunity. And it's dropped along the doorstep and flung in the air. Up behind the net it goes. Scanovan couldn't get the grasp on it. And now Georgia Davey working up the near side, and we'll have a reset. It's up to Steves. We'll have another reset here. Forrest closing in, knocked out of her net, and she's able to fling it up and re-scoop it. Picked up by Curran. Just under 10 minutes left to go in this second quarter. A nice save there by Lucas. Lucas trying to get rid of it, being contested by Curran. Able to get it to Bernardo. Along the far side now, loose ball, picked up by Norwood. Able to get there with Steves. Flings it in, and it's deflected off of Norwood. Net, but picked up by Dacey for the Hillers. Fires it a little high for Lily York, and I believe it went out of play. Yeah, they said McCulis stepped on the line. It was nearly a nice save there by McCulis. Good hustle. Green back to Ford. So Hope Ford with the ball along the near side, being contested by McCulis. She gets it up to Num in loose ball now. Hit there by O'Neill, and it's picked up by Arena. Here comes Jamie Arena. Feeds it over to McDonald. Now Scanovan. Marina up to Dacey. York behind the net. York brings it around. Out in front, there's a shot. And a good stop there. It was Dacey on the shot. Nice save by McDonald. And now it's stolen away. And a shot here. And a score by Catherine Dacey. What an interception that was. Picked off. And netted. 7:54 left to go in the second quarter. So both the Dacey sisters have at least one goal today. Emma with a pair and Catherine with her first. Margaret Curran up against Scanovan in the center. And Curran gets the best of her that time. Closing in, shot, and a save there by Lucas. Gets it over to Hayward. Working up the near side. Just past the reach of McCarran. Norwood with it now. That's Ford. Hope Ford being contested by Worrell. Trying to close in. And we'll get a stoppage. And we'll have a reset. With it, that is Forrest. Norwood trying to find an opportunity in front. Knocked out of the net of Barnett, and we'll have a reset. She's going to rush in, takes the shot. Good stop there by Juliana Lucas. Hillers trying to work up the near side. Bernardo. Feeds it back to Lucas. I think she'll give this one some distance. Towards the far side, knocked away from McDonald, but picked up by Iannelli. Here comes Jess Iannelli. What a pass there. Dacey closing in, shot, and that is in for the Hillers. Catherine Dacey with her second score of the evening. A great assist by Iannelli. Comes with 5:23 left to go in the second quarter. Puts the Hillers up 8-1. Well, it's been one of the Dacey sisters with the last 4 scores for the Hillers. Loose ball. It'll go Norwood's way. Curran. Feeds it over to Steves. Swung out to Lodge. Lodge trying to close in. Curran now. Here she goes, approaching the doorstep. It's knocked out. Hillers have it. Picked up by Hayward. And just past the reach there of Arena, but the Hillers maintain. With possession, it is Dacey. Over to Markovich. And knocked away from O'Connor, stolen by Norwood as Fem gets in there. Feeds it up to Donovan. Rosemary Donovan quickly working her way down the field. Now with it, that is Lodge. Up behind the net she goes, and a shot blocked by Lucas. Attempt by Caroline Forrest. Norwood maintains. Lodge. Feeds it out to Donovan. Well, Norwood has certainly done a better job in this quarter in the possession battle. They've hung on to their possessions a lot longer than they did in the first quarter. And as I say that, we have a Hiller steal. Loose ball, trying to pick it up for Hopkinton is Worrell. Now it's flung up in the air by Dacey. And we'll have a reset here, and it's going to go Norwood's way. Approaching 3 minutes left to go in this second quarter. An 8-1 Hillers lead. Lodge. Gets it over to Forrest. She picks it up. Now back to Naughton. Over to Mannering. Now behind the net to Venditti. Norwood trying to open things up in front of the net. Hillers defending well so far. The Hillers defense has been very good so far today in front of the net. Loose ball, and it is picked up by Hayward. Hayward works it up to her. Here comes her closing in. And knocked away from her, taken by Norwood. And on that steal, that was Lodge. It was a good knock away there, and we'll have a stoppage. And we're going to have a yellow card. Going to be against Norwood. Caroline Forrest, the guilty party. So the Hillers, I believe, have the player advantage for 2 minutes. Kulis. Feeds it to O'Connor. Out in front at the doorstep, a shot, and that is in. Eliza Worrell with the score. Comes with 1:15 left in the second quarter. It puts the Hillers up 9-1. First goal of the game for Eliza. Hillers have it, collected by Hayward. McEwis feeds it over. Emma Dacey now gets it up to Markovich behind the net. Over to her. Her trying to find Eliza Worrell and was knocked away. Will stay with the Hillers. Worrell brings it back into play. Trying to close in O'Connor. And she'll take a shot, and it is a save there by McDonald. 30 seconds and counting left to go in the second quarter. On the far side, that's Nauman. She'll feed it up. Loose ball. It's going to go Hillers. Let's see what way it'll go here. It's going to go Norwood's way. Mannering brings it back into play. And that is going to do it for the first half. After 2 quarters of play, it is Hopkinton 9, Norwood 1. A great first half for the Hillers. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. And we are ready for the second half of this Hopkinton Hillers Norwood Mustangs girls varsity lacrosse matchup. As we enter the second half, it's the Hillers leading Norwood 9-1. Tom Nappy on the call. Happy to be with you today. John Ritz on camera on this beautiful Friday evening. In the center, that is Michaela Scanovan and Caroline Davey. The Hillers just did a great job defensively in that first half in controlling the tempo of the game, and Juliana Lucas has been outstanding in net. Norwood starts off with it. Femme feeds it over to Mannering. Trying to swing it around. It's out to Lodge. Trying to close in. Here comes Steves. Now, one of the new rules that I'm sure you've noticed by now in girls lacrosse, previously they played halves. The boys were always quarters, but now the girls game also quarters. Lodge feeds it over, and it gets past her target, but it is picked up by Steves. Norwood's going to have to be a little aggressive in the second half if they want any chance getting back into this game. They got to do more to get in front of the net. Lodge feeds it back over to Curran. Back to Lodge, scooped up by Lucas. Lucas being contested, trying to get rid of it. Able to get it out to Bernardo. Now here comes Scanovan. Feeds it up to McDonald. Hillers charging upfield. York with it, closing in. Feeds it over to Dacey. Out in front to Hayward. Hillers going to wrap it around once again. Around the horn they go. Over to Hayward. Now Dacey. Over to Scanovan. Out in front, shot, score! Goal by Emily Hayward. On the assist, Michaela Scanovan. It comes with 9:36 left in the third quarter. Hillers leading it 10-1. Pulled down by Hayward. Now it's loose. Let's see what they rule here. It'll go Norwood's way. Feed is up to Nauman. Up behind the net now to Mannering. Norwood will bring it out. Lodge with it. trying to close in. Mannering with it. Over to Davey. On the near side, Curran. And it's deflected, knocked down by Iannelli. And we'll have a reset here. It'll be Hiller's ball. Hiller's quickly working up the far side. Arena trying to scoop it up. She has it. Now to her. Out in front to Hayward. They're going to go around the horn. Behind the net, that was O'Connor. She passes to her left. York with it. York dropped it, able to scoop it back up. Good recovery there. Out in front, looking for a shot. Closing in and putting it in is Sinead Herr. Sinead Herr with her first goal of the game. No pun intended. And that makes it an 11-1 Hillers lead. And we're going to have a running clock since the Hillers are up by 10, I believe. And we will indeed have the running clock. Of course, if Norwood gets within 10, we will no longer have the running clock. But everybody getting a nice taste of success today for the Hillers. Curran rushing in. Now in the boys lacrosse game, I believe it's only the fourth quarter you could have the running clock. In the girls, it's the entirety of the second half if you have that 10-point or more lead. And nice scoop there by Lucas, who's able to swipe it away. Dacey. Now working her way in front was Arena, but we'll have a reset. Jamie Arena showing off the wheels, just burning by Mustangs. And she'll have a big opportunity here to charge at the net and try to put it in. Here we go. And it was knocked away by McDonald, and we'll have another reset. It'll go in favor of Norwood. And here comes the Mustangs. Pass up the far side by Lodge. Lodge flings it out to Donovan. And now it's loose and picked up by the Hillers as McCulis able to steal it away. McCulis over to Worrell. Behind the net as Dacey was battling Madeline Berry for it. We'll have a reset. Catherine Dacey with possession. Over to Lily York. Now Arena picks up the loose ball. Nice recovery there by Arena. Trying to charge in. Pass over by Hayward. 4 minutes and counting left to go in this third quarter. Over to Hayward. Trying to collect it is Arena. She's contested, and Norwood has it. Taken away by Samantha Reen. Hillers get it back. McCulis flings it up. And drawing some contact there was Worrell. We'll have a reset. Closing in. And that shot is deflected away. Hillers maintained possession as Worrell was able to get to it. York now out in front. And that shot was deflected as well. Scanovan picks it up for the Hillers. Hopkinton has had great placement in front of the net area in this game. They had pretty much the whole radius covered. Worrell with it, feeds it out in front. Now pass over by Dacey. Trying to close in here. There's a shot and a save. Scanovan on the attempt. Charlotte McDonald able to net it. McDonald trying to decide where to go with it. Goes to her left, and the Hillers are able to take it away. There's a shot. And that is put in by Jamie Arena. A swipe and score for Jamie Arena. Swipes it away and puts it in. 1:59 left in the third and counting with the running clock since the Hillers lead by 10 or more. Sinead Her in the center up against Margaret Curran. Here goes Her. She already has a goal today. And Ellie out to Dacey. Worrell picks it up. Dacey. And a shot there. But we had a whistle right as Emily Hayward was shooting. It's not going to count. We're going to have a reset. We do have a softball update over in Holliston. Holliston leading Hopkinton after 2 innings, 2-0. Emily Hayward will have an opportunity here to charge and try to get the shot off. 30 seconds and counting left to go in the quarter. And here she goes. Shot in. Emily Hayward makes it 13-1. Score comes with 15 seconds left, and that's pretty much going to do it for the third quarter, as they're not going to have time to have the face-off before time expires with the running clock. After 3 quarters of play, it is Hopkinton 13, Norwood 1. Fourth quarter coming up next on HCAM. welcome back to this Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity lacrosse match versus Norwood. It's been all Hillers pretty much so far today. Hopkinton leading 13-1. Tom Nappy on the call, John Ritz on camera. And since the Hillers lead by 10 or more right after this face-off, we'll have the running clock, unless Norwood can, of course, get within 10. Which, with the way the Hillers are defending and the way Juliana Lucas is playing in net, that would be pretty difficult to do. Dacey along the near side. Feeds it over to Scanovan. Just every aspect of the game today, the Hillers are just excelling in. Shooting-wise, defense, the goalkeeping has been fantastic. Great day for the Hillers. There's a shot and another score there. Dacey. Emma Dacey, the sophomore, with a goal. Comes with 11:46 left in the fourth. Hillers up by 13, 14-1. And Emma Dacey has earned herself a hat trick today. It's her third goal. Swept over to the near side. Here comes Emma Dacey. York. And the Hillers, they have a nice lead here, but you're going to see the starters still in there because they don't have a big roster. They only have 5 girls on the bench right now. So obviously they can only use their starters for the most part. But everyone on this team certainly is going to get a whole lot of playing time this season. Hillers may not be a big team, but they are certainly a talented team. And we look forward to having all the home matchups for you throughout the season. York has it knocked away, a battle for it in front of the net. And was that put in? Yes, it was, and I did not quite see who got the last touch on it. I believe it was knocked in as it was on the ground. I'll make it 15-1 Hillers. We'll have to review the tape to see who was able to tap that in. Yeah, that ball was on the ground, and someone was able to get the net on it and knock it in. I believe it was, if I had to guess, this is only a guess, I would say it was Lily York. But we'll check out the tape for you. And here comes Dacey. Pass up over to Arena. Out in front, shot, and a save. It was Emma Dacey on the attempt. Good save there by McDonald. Ball is still in the net of McDonald. She's going to take her time. Able to get it out. And what do we have here? I believe we had an illegal hit. We're going to have a yellow card. And it appears it's going to be against Jessianelli. So Norwood will have the player advantage here for the next 2 minutes. Davey along the far side. Out in front, loose ball, and it's picked up by Markovich. Swipes it up over to Arena. Along the near side she goes, looking for Lily York there. York picks it up. To her. And we'll have a reset, Norwood ball. 7.5 minutes left to play in this one. Hillers up 15-1. And the clock stops here, I believe, for a penalty and an illegal block in the back called against the Hillers. So Jamie Arena will head to the sidelines for the next couple minutes. Norwood now has a 2-player advantage. Nauman with it. Feeds it over to Naughton. And we'll have a reset here. The freshman Olivia Naughton with a big opportunity here for Norwood. There she goes, shot, and it's in. So the freshman gets a goal for Norwood. That'll make it a 15-2 Hillers lead. Score comes with 6:24 left to go in the game. Saneed Her up against Margaret Curran. I saw select board member Brian Her here to support his daughter Saneed. And with Daisy along the far side. Feeds it over to Saneed Her. Now to Scanovan. Over to her. Now Daisy. York. In front to Scanovan. I think in this situation, the Hillers are just going to practice their ball distribution. They're obviously not going to rush a shot. They're going to burn some time off the clock, pass it around, and work on their passing skills here. And their ball distribution was very good today. Very few turnovers given up by the Hillers. Steves able to take that one away for Norwood. Along the near side, loose ball. Davey trying to pick it up. And it's taken away. Here comes Arena. Jamie Arena working her way up, the sophomore. She's had a great game today. A lot of young talent on this Hillers team. They're certainly a younger team this year. They got 7 seniors. But I think it's going to be a good season for the Hillers, and I think there is very good signs for the next couple of years for the Hillers. With it right now, that is Emma Daisy. Daisy takes the shot and makes the shot. Great feed there. I believe it was Catherine on the assist, Catherine Dacey. It was a great feed to Emma, and she's able to put it in. Makes it a 16-2 lead for the Hillers. Some substitutions. Just under 3 minutes left. Two and a half and counting left to go. The Hillers going to come away with their second win of this season and improve to 2-3 with an impressive dominant win here today. Davey approaching. And we'll have a reset. And a quick shot there, and a score by Margaret Curran. That'll make it a 16-3 game. This Norwood team, pretty young team as well. They have 5 seniors on the roster. McCulis with it. Approaching a minute left to go. The Hillers likely just going to burn the clock here. Under 30 seconds left to go now. Well, this was a good dominant win by the Hillers. And I think this is what they really needed here. A nice dominant win after a tough loss this past Monday. Get back into the swing of things. And that is going to do it. Time will expire, and the Hillers going to come away with a 16-3 win over Norwood. Hillers improved to 2-3 on the season. Norwood falls to 1-3 overall. Hillers girls lacrosse will next be in action on Monday in Holliston. Our next broadcast will be next Friday against Dedham. But for John Ritz, I'm Tom Nappy. The final score for the final time, Hopkinton over Norwood, 16-3. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Lacrosse on HCAM. As always, thank you for watching. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.